Thank you for being who you are, and thank you for who you're going to be in the future. Ms. Martinez, Ms. Hernandez, Mr. Contreras, Mr. Harris gives me a lot of updates. And so although I don't get a lot of time with you all the way we used to as we would when we were face to face, it just gives me joy just hearing everything that you all are doing, but more importantly, how strong you all have been in the midst of this. Not saying that any of us don't have any challenges. We all do. We all have faced different social, emotional challenges we're in the midst of the election cycle, health pandemic, and also social justice pandemic. But through it all, we all have had the intestinal fortitude to get up day by day and continue to move toward our goals. And so again, thank you for that. Thank you for inspiring us to continue our work as you continue your work. This morning, we're going to be talking about developing your core beliefs and kind of like a discussion in regards to how you are weathering the storms. So this first video this morning is called The Seed, and we'll discuss what this has to do with developing your core. I'm going to close this out and stop sharing. What does this short video mean to you all about developing your core beliefs? Uh-oh. Sorry about that.
I could go. So in the end, it was talking about like once your faith is taking root, it should always stay. Well, I think from the video, like from us and our perspective, once it grows, it could go through its challenges, but it could overcome those challenges and become stronger.
Okay.
Pine trees.
So over time, you become stronger. Thank you, Jennifer. Anyone else want to share with that? Again, what does this video have to do with developing your core beliefs?
I think it means if you have faith, no matter what comes your way, you can still grow and get over those obstacles that are in your way.
Okay. So I'm going to pose a question to you right there. We're in the midst of our election period, and we don't know which way it could go. It could go a variety of ways in a variety of scenarios. What does your faith tell you, regardless of whether we have a Democratic president and or a Republican president leading us going forward?
So I think I should just like wait. Whoever becomes the president, that's gonna be what I think that's what God is gonna decide. We can't really do anything about that. So regardless, we still gotta keep doing whatever we're doing and continue on.
Okay. Anybody else like to add to that conversation? Well, I'm sure many of you all have heard the conversations around Vice President Biden's formal comments and several other elected officials' comments of the super predators. I am product of that season of when they were calling African American Hispanic super predators. And in spite of it all, those of us who had the right mindset, sought to create a new paradigm for the future, a new uh, to break stereotypes. And so, literally, uh, in spite of whether it was Democratic and or Republican leadership, we knew there were certain things that we just had to do regardless, and it didn't matter who the leader was. Uh, in your growth and development as a leader, and as you're developing your core, the key will always be you understanding who you are and whose you are, regardless of the situations that you find yourself in. Some of you all are dealing with challenges, just dealing with the virtual platforms, and your peers may not be engaging. And you know that my goal is to go to college. My goal is to create a better future for my family. And so, literally, you have to step outside of the norm. You have to have courage. You have to have, again, that intestinal fortitude to defy even just the perceptions of your peers. Some of you all have had to pick up employment in the midst of this season to take care of your families, and still carry the load of your work, and still carry your own personal social emotional challenges. That again is courage. That is that intestinal fortitude of knowing that I can do this. And so we're going to go back to our conversation this morning of Uncommon with Tony Dungy, and this some core components that we're going to discuss this morning. The first, character. Character is who you are when no one is looking. Who are you all when no one's looking? Who are you? What defines you as a person? Got quiet on me. I know it's early on a Saturday morning. We haven't talked in a while. Who are you? What defines you? What defines you, Jesse? What defines your willingness to continue to apply for scholarships and opportunities in spite of everything going on around
you? I feel like what could define me would be I think I could relate this to the video.
Yes, sir.
It could be like the challenge.
Yes, sir.
I feel like sometimes we could use the challenges in our life to push us forward and do more than what we were expected to do.
Yes, sir. And while we're on that point, it says character is tested, revealed, and further developed during challenging times. Tell us more about that and what that means to you.
Oh, I feel like being tested is like really important. I remember hearing a song. I don't remember which song it was, but it was referring to this person, this character that was wishing for God to test them. They were wishing to be pushed because they wanted to see how far they could go.
Yes, sir.
They wanted like to show themselves that they could be great.
Yes, sir. So what do tests reveal to you about yourself? Or what have tests revealed to you about yourself?
I think tests I think they've revealed that I could be like persistent and I could be determined.
While Jess is there, and I'm not going to keep him as the main piece of conversation, but what is the test of this season of life revealed to you all about yourselves? And if you want to start off while we're having the conversation, and then we'll open it up to others. What does this season of tests reveal to you about yourself that you didn't even think was there?
I think I had an idea, but I feel like it's pushed it even more that I can adapt to different scenarios.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And while you're there, Jesse, we want to celebrate you too. Tell everybody about your accomplishment.
Oh, I was accepted as a QuestBridge finalist.
And everybody may not know what that is, so tell them more.
QuestBridge it's like to match high achieving students with low income background. Basically, we get to apply to at least 12 top 20% colleges in the nation, and if we match, then we get a 4-year scholarship.
So, what would ninth grade Jesse have thought that 12th grade Jesse could have done this?
Not at all. I didn't even know about the program before I applied for their summer program.
Yes, sir.
I remember like during the night, I was just kind of like stressed about scholarships, so I just looked up and Googled scholarships, and that was the first one that appeared.
Yes,
And that's the only reason I applied.
wow. All right. So what would 12th grade Jesse tell 9th, 10th, 11th grade brothers and sisters on this call in regards to preparation for their senior year?
I would tell them to, as I said before, to be persistent and determined with your goals, to enjoy high school,
Mm-hmm.
but also to do good in school and like to participate in extracurricular activities that you actually enjoy, so you
Mm-hmm.
could like be in them throughout the whole like high school career.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Brother Jesse. Would anyone else like to go into that conversation? What has this season taught you about yourself that you didn't know previously?
I'll go. Um, so the whole situation with COVID has taught me that I need to work on myself in other different aspects. Because
Mm-hmm.
I realized up until this point, I kind of relied too much on myself, like in the
Mm-hmm.
sense where I just go for things and I don't prepare.
Okay.
And I think being by myself and doing classes by myself, I've learned that I need to know how to manage my time more
Mm-hmm.
and learn how to prepare ahead.
Wow. Wow. And how have you adapted that, or what have you changed specifically?
For right now, I'm working with the life coach and like she's helping me build a routine to help
Mm.
me out and now like I'm more aware of when things are due, like trying to write it down, trying to set time aside to do my work
So what
instead
I'm
of
hearing,
and
go ahead.
oh and I've also tried to learn how to study more often.
Mm. What I'm hearing you say you're utilizing resources and persons around you more that you historically probably wouldn't have used.
Yeah, I feel like I've been relying too much just like, yeah, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get through it.
Mm. Wow. Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry I can't see who was I speaking to. I can't see anybody's faces or names popping up or anything.
It was Marjorie.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
I thank you, Marjorie, and thank you, Jess. Our next component about developing your core is honesty and integrity, maintaining and having an internal compass. Again, honesty and integrity kind of ties back to character as well. Uh, what is your internal compass? What keeps you going? What keeps you going down the right path?
I'll go. It's the giant.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. So something that keeps me going, um, I pray more.
Mm,
So that's kind of what keeps me pushing. Cause every time I like get like in contact with something that I know is not right, I
mm-hmm,
start praying.
mm.
And that's what like kind of get me back on my feet and like push me on the right path and not fall down the wrong path.
So and this is a scenario. I'm not a religious person. So what can I find that can be my internal compass that keeps me in the path if faith isn't what I do?
Um, I don't even know. Well, some people, if you're not really religious, then you can find like a certain song or something that might have like some motivation to you that can keep you pushing. Cause everyone always have like a motivation song that they get hyped to, and they be like, "This gonna push me," and I keep going.
It's that extra motivation.
Yes.
All right. So why to that point, honesty ties also into integrity, and those are the decisions that we make. And there's a conversation of what's convenient versus what is right. What does that mean to you?
Cause you have some things that are like it's there. Like
Mm.
it's like just like cheating and
Yes, ma'am.
studying.
Yes, ma'am.
Cheating is very convenient. Like you ask someone for the answers, get it done real quick. Or you can go study for the test and actually pass it yourself. So
So
that's what it kind of means to me.
yes, ma'am. So in this virtual scenario, I know some of you all are face to face, but a lot of you all are virtual. Uh, you probably have more access to convenient ways to complete work versus the right way. Would that be
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
So again, you said cheating versus studying. What makes you keep going and studying versus cheating?
Well,
And again, the conversations we're having with you all aren't conversations we haven't had to have with ourselves or with our peers when we were your age as well. But what makes you choose what's right versus what's convenient?
I'm still struggling with that a little bit. Like,
And that's fair. That's very fair. Anyone anyone else want to jump into this conversation and help Sister Deja? What keeps you doing what's right versus what's convenient? Or how are you dealing with the challenge if you're facing that? Because that's a challenge that we all face, even in our professional lives.
Can you repeat the question?
What keeps you making decisions that are right versus making decisions that are convenient?
My mom.
Your mom, or what does your mom what does your mom do for you?
She, she keep like she just be on me all the time, telling me like if you do something wrong, it's gonna always come back up to you, and
Mm.
it's gonna like. So I be trying to do stuff that's right, but not all the time.
Yeah. We're all human and we all make mistakes. So, and sometimes it may be that she's not there, but it's those words that she's constantly saying to you that kind of sit on your shoulder, like you know what to do. Is that what you're telling
Yes.
me? Yeah, very good. Thank you. Who is that speaking? I'm sorry again, I can't see anyone.
Jemiah,
Good morning. How you doing?
good.
Good. Anyone else want to share there? And we have two more points, and I'm gonna get out you all's way. The
I could
next, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank
for like the convenient and right. Whenever I think of stuff like cheating, I think about like I kind of see my if I well I think about it and I think like if my friends were to do it, I wouldn't like want it because you'd get in trouble. So
you.
I kind of like see what would be happening. If I wouldn't want it for my friends, I wouldn't want it for me.
Yes. Wow. That's a good word. And tell us more about that. So, how have you maintained those relationships with friends, but then even more so to make these decisions of convenient versus right during these different, unprecedented times?
I'd say that instead of just like going outright for cheating, I go and ask for help instead of just like getting the answer. I rather see how you get it or like how you do it.
Very good. Very good. Wow. And how has that benefited
I'm passing my class and so are my friends because like how I ask them for help,
you?
they also help ask me for help as well.
Good. Good. So it's a reciprocal process. It's not just you helping them and you being drained and on top of all your responsibilities, but they're also helping you as well.
Uh-huh. Like reminding each other of deadlines and all that.
Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Oh man, I'm so proud of y'all. And who was I speaking to?
Jennifer Reese.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good you?
Good. I can't complain. I'm going to stop sharing, and we'll have to finish this conversation next month. But to kind of get ready to close us out, I see it's 9:26 on my time. Um, one of the new things that I've done during this season, I have the team kind of laughing about it. I never thought I had a green thumb, and it started off as really the garden in our backyard started off as something I wanted to do with the kids. And it was just a way to kind of get them outside, get us outside in the sun. Well, I've kind of taken a liking to it, so much so that, we have three different types of lettuce, spinach, tomatoes, um, you name it. We actually had our first little strawberry to grow, but the dogs got into the garden and kind of tore it up. But much like the video earlier, it started off as seeds. And initially, when we put the seeds out, they didn't catch. And so we got frustrated and, kind of walked away from the garden and everything. And we were out with one of our friends at an event, and they had some plants. And they said, we're going to teach y'all how to transplant plants. Well, I didn't know somebody else could kind of do the work for you, and then you could take them in and allow them to grow and mature and eventually blossom. So we took a couple of the transplant plants home, and they started catching. And so, we started watering the soil and everything. And, we were like, oh man, this is good. We should have did this from the beginning. And all of a sudden, other sprouts start coming up. Sprouts from some of those seeds that we thought were washed away that they didn't catch. Uh, that's kind of like what our time does with you all with as trio students. Some of you all have come in from seeds with us from the beginning, and we hope that what we were watering, what we were pouring upon you all was growing. But then several of you all have come in the midst of the pandemic or recently, and you just kind of caught and it just gravitated. So what I remind our team at all times, no matter when your seed was planted in our lives, it's our responsibility to give you all words of encouragement, to give you all words of persistence, but also give you all words of just sincere admiration for what you all are doing and what you're overcoming. Because when you all sprout, it's going to be at the right time. So whether you are where you want to be as a freshman, sophomore, junior, as a senior, you're sprouting at the right time, and know that we're here to continue watering you so that when you are in the storms of life, you're going to be successful. Love you all. Proud to hear you all's voices, and just continue to do what you all are doing. I'm just in amazement of what you all are doing, but more importantly, this team. Again, several of you all that have been with us since the beginning, you all know that Mr. Contreras is and myself, I guess, the OGs of the group. But what Ms. Martinez and Ms. Hernandez and Mr. Harris have brought to the team has been phenomenal. And just watching you all grow is phenomenal. So keep doing what you're doing. We're proud of you all, and let us know how we can be of assistance. All right, I'll turn it back over to Ms. Martinez, Ms. Hernandez, and Mr. Contreras.